What's going on, my YouTube family? Check out this new and exciting design generated by artificial intelligence. Stay tuned if you want to know how I made this design and what prompt I had to type in to get this and bring this all together. So let's go ahead and start right in our Midjourney bot in Discord. So let's go ahead and check our settings. So I want to do /settings. Okay, I want to hit enter. And what you want to have is make sure that your stylize is low. Okay, normally mine is set to stylize very high. My Midjourney model is version 5.1, which is obviously not the most recent. We also have 5.2, but let's keep it at 5.1 for now. You can always go ahead and generate with 5.2 and change your stylize to medium, high, very high. It's just to compare and contrast to see what you like. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and do stylize low. My high variation mode is going to stay the same. Of course, I have fast mode, and I am going to go version 5.1. All right. Once you make sure your settings are okay, you want to go ahead and hit dismiss this message or dismiss message, and let's go ahead and type /imagine and hit tab, and you're now ready for your prompt. Let us go ahead and type in, since we're doing a t-shirt, we want to go ahead and say t-shirt. Let's do vector, and we want to do 80s retro wave, and it's Pikachu, and I want to do vivid colors in orange and blue lighten, and let's just go ahead and put 90s as well. Alright, and see what that generates for us. Okay, I have a nephew that is 6 going on 7. He loves Pokemon, and I think his favorite is Pikachu, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can generate a shirt for him. Let's go ahead and click on enter. Okay, and this is looking pretty good, and we have these 4 images here. This one's pretty cool. It's got a lot of color around it. I don't know if this will lend itself to vinyl. Matter of fact, it will. All I have to do is convert it to an SVG and go from there. I like the second one, I believe, best, so we're going to go ahead and upscale the second one. And of course, to do that, like I've already done, is you click on U2, which is upscale 2. Okay, now we have our upscaled image, and what you want to do is open in browser. Okay, once you open a new browser, this is a new browser window. What you want to do, as usual, is you want to go ahead and right click, save image as, and I'm going to leave as is. I'm just going to save it in my downloads folder. I'm going to click on save, and we should be good to go. Vectorizer.ai, hit enter. Okay, we want to drag our image and drop. It's uploading. Go in the process, and it's going to go ahead and fetch, and once it's done, it should have vectorized my image and give me the comparison of the old versus the new. And if you zoom in, as you can see, this is pixelated and the one on the right is not, so that's exactly what we want. All right, okay, let's go ahead and click on download, and of course you want to make sure you stack shapes on top of each other by another shape stacking. So let's click on that, and we want to go ahead and click on download. Alright, so once that's been vectorized, we want to go ahead to Cricut Design Space. Alright, so we have a fresh new page. What we want to go ahead and do is that image that was vectorized, we want to bring it into this canvas, and let's go ahead and click on upload on the left hand side, the left toolbar where it says upload right above monogram. Then we want to go ahead and click on upload image. We can drag and drop, or you can browse, and what I'm going to do is drag and drop from my other screen and drop it here. Okay, and it says prepare to upload. It gives me my cut image, and I'm going to go ahead and click on upload on the bottom right hand corner. Now it brings it into one of the tiles, and it's the last tile on the left. You want to click on that tile and click on add to canvas. Now here we have it. We got our Pikachu image. It's an SVG, and it's ready to be cut. We do have an error message because it's a little too large in terms of the width, and I believe when you click on that error message, it says image too large, reduced image size to 11.7 inches by 144 inches or less. So it does not have a problem with the height, just the width. Okay, and right now I'm at 14.22 of my image by 14.22. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce that to let's do a 10, since I'm making this for my little nephew and his shirt is a small. So what we have now is a 10 by 10 image. Okay, the first thing we want to do is want to take away this background. And what I did is I double clicked on the background and I'm just dragging it away from the regular image. Okay, once your background is highlighted, you want to go ahead and click on that delete key, and that takes the background away. The next thing we want to do is we want to clean this up a little bit. Okay, so I just double clicked on that and hit delete. Let's bring that out as well. Go ahead and delete that. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean this up. No need to bore you with all this stuff. And all it takes is just double clicking or finding the layer you need to delete and just deleting it from the right side. But it's kind of hard to tell which is which from this layer panel on the right. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and we'll be right back after it's cleaned up. I am done cleaning it up the best I can. It's just a matter of getting rid of some of the markings that you don't want. I kind of do want to have this graffiti style, some of this background, and of course I'm not going to get every single detail when I cut it, as I don't think I have all the colors of this design. I'm going to work the colors I have, and this is what it's going to look like on a white surface. I'm going to be using a black t-shirt, so let's change the canvas by clicking on that blank canvas, and right here where it says color, click on that. You get a material colors on the top and you get the rest of the colors on the bottom. We're gonna go with black, and that's what it's gonna look like. Let's turn the grid off, and that's what it'll look like on a black background. So a black t-shirt is gonna have these multicolors. So yeah, you can generate images from the Midjourney bot via Discord, and you can make it flat, two-dimensional vector style t-shirt design like this. And so the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is make it. But before we do that, let's go ahead and put some text either at the top or at the bottom. Alright, so let's go ahead and pick our text box right here in the left hand corner. Let's bring it down here. Let's zoom out. We're at 125%. Let's bring it to 100. And let's bring the text down here at the bottom. Okay, what we're going to put is, so I'm going to write with my caps lock on, Pika-tastic. And let's see what font we want to choose here. We are now on Cricut Sans. Click on the font drop down menu and let's go to system fonts. Let's see what we want to pick here. Alright, looks like we're going to go ahead and pick, let's see, it's between this Bomber Squad and the Bomber Throw. I'm going to go ahead and pick on the Bomber Squad. Bomber Squad. Okay, looks good to me. Pika-tastic. Let's go ahead and make that a little bigger. Okay, since we have our image here at 11.58, I'm going to go ahead and make that a 10 with my aspect ratio locked. I'm going to hit enter. Okay, that's good enough. Let's go ahead and make this a width of 10 as well and hit enter. Let's unlock our aspect ratio, and let's just make this a 2.5 and hit enter. Let's just make that a 2. It's a little too elongated for my taste. Hit enter. Alright, perfect. Let's go ahead and line that up. And I want to go ahead and bring those letters a little closer together. And let's hit the letter space and let's just make that a negative, or until you feel it's close enough. And I think that's good. Negative 0.4 is good enough. Okay, let's just leave that as a 9.5 and hit enter. Okay, now we want to align this directly under, and we want to highlight both the image and the text, and we want to go ahead and click on the align button on the top right here, the drop down menu, and you want to center horizontally. Okay, let's just bring this closer by clicking up, the up arrow, so I'm still centered with my image. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm good to go here. The last thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and change that color. Let us pick one of the material colors. As you can see, every single thing on top of here are all the colors in this design. So let's go ahead and pick one of them. I'm going to go ahead and pick this yellow. Nope, too bright. It doesn't really matter. Again, it depends on what vinyl I have available. If I do feel the need, I'll probably just go out to Michael's and purchase some more vinyls if they have some of these colors that are here. Let's just go ahead and see if this is better. That. Alright, I'm going to say that's Peak-a-tastic. And let's just move that up a tad bit. Okay, let's move it down maybe a few notches so it's not touching, and we are good to go. We have our full design here, and the total design area we are looking at is 10 by 12.813, and I am good with that. So all we need to do now is go ahead and click on Make It, send it to our Cricut Explorer to make the cut, and we will be right back. What I'm going to do is, I'm not quite done yet. I'm going to move that down, and I'm going to give it an offset. That way I'm going to bring in one more color, and it's probably going to be this yellow here as the offset. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and click on my offset on the top corner. It's set to 0.25, and I'm going to bring it down to about, let's just do 0.120. Let's change that to 0.120, and I'm going to go ahead and hit apply. Okay, and it looks like it's hard to see right now because my offset is in black. Let's go ahead and turn that to a yellow. See what that looks like. Yeah, kind of liking that. If I get the right yellow. Yep. Either way, whatever yellow I have for this is what I'm going to use for this offset. And I think it's okay. And this is what it's going to look like. Peak-a-tastic. And we're ready to make it and go from there. Six seconds. Okay. 6 seconds just for adhesion purposes. You don't want to lay it down any longer. There's going to be some, it's not going to be perfect, but as you layer over this and keep layering, this first layer is going to have more and more and more heat, so it's going to be flattened on the t-shirt. It's not, so don't worry about it if it's not perfect right now. But the reason why I don't want to set it for longer than 6 seconds or 7 seconds is because if I do it for longer, it has a tendency to shrink. And if this shrinks, now it's going to be hard for you to line up your other layers next to this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this next. 6 seconds. Take it out. Looking good, looking good. Seconds. this set to 320 degrees, and I'm just doing each layer for 6, no longer than 7 seconds. Okay, you can see Pikachu is starting to take shape. Pikachu, Pikachu, Pikachuistic. Alright, this is what's going to bring him out. Pikachu, if you're in hiding, come out. Orange layer. That was a little longer, that was 8 seconds. Okay, and now, it's a big design. I probably could have made the design a little smaller for this small youth t-shirt, but I think he's gonna love it. So this is the offset for the Pikatastic. Okay, hot peel. And for the coup de grace, finalement, let's put on the Pikatastic. Pikatastic. This is the Pokemon generation. I didn't grow up watching Pokemon, so it's not my thing. I grew up watching Speed Racer and Voltron, Transformers. Okay, peel that off. Nope. Let's put a little more heat. That's not coming off, but hold on. Let's see if we can do it this way. Just slowly, because it needs more heat. I'm gonna take this transfer sheet off and put some direct heat on it. Okay, because that C was misbehaving. There we go. That's much better. Alright, so that's not properly adhered. I'm going to now do the whole design for 10 seconds. There it is, guys. Your AI generated multicolored image. And I will show you what it looks like on my other camera. And this is a close-up of our AI generated design, multicolor as opposed to monochromatic. So it is possible. Of course, the font was just added in Cricut Design Space, and we gave it an offset, and this is the result. Anyway, if you like what you see, like it, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos of this type, and hope you have a very productive week and month. Take care, guys.